Hello and welcome to Learn Brizy with JP, and this is Brizy WordPress. Before we look at the new starter site automatic import for Brizy WordPress, four things. Number one, previously I mentioned that I'm kind of stopping this channel and that I'll be focusing only on the channel WordPress for beginners. After a long contemplation and many soul searches, I came to the conclusion that when I go to a channel, I prefer to go to a channel where I know that I get the product I'm looking for, not mixed with all kinds of other builders and plugins and add-ons. So, yep, I'm going back to what I originally did, and that is to focus on separate channels. So this channel, restarting Learn Brizy, now Learn Brizy WordPress. Second thing is, I hope the quality of this screencast is better. I've got new software. I think I'm recording in 4K. I think it's brilliant. I have a new microphone, which I'm very happy about. So I hope it's crystal clear. You know, it's these kind of small things that makes it exciting when I'm recording more than the software itself. Third thing, and that is that I've started a separate channel for Learn Brizy Cloud. And you can follow the link in the description below. And the reason for that is that as these two products, Learn Brizy WordPress and Learn Brizy Cloud, or Brizy WordPress and Brizy Cloud, are developing, they're getting characters of their own. Yes, the builder is for 90% of the times the same, but I think you get people who are exclusively focusing on cloud and people who are exclusively focusing on WordPress. And I think as a beginner and as a noob, it's going to be very confusing if you have these two in the same area. Yes, that means some of the stuff I'm going to do double. Hey, but I'm a slave for love. So please follow the link in the description below and sign up for Brizy Cloud. The last thing before we get into the starter templates is wireframes that I've been creating for Brizy Cloud. Now, you know you get great kits within Brizy, Kit 1 and Kit 2. And I have a dream of this being Kit 3. What I'm basically doing is that I'm designing pre-made blocks that you can download. So for example, here, I call it wireframes, but a wireframe is actually technically an entire page. But yeah, let's use the word wireframe improperly. And what you have here is you have all these hero blocks that I've created for you. Currently 25, they're getting more. I'm aiming for 100 plus for each. You can see we got features, gallery, team, testimonials, contact, bringing in headers and footers, pop-ups, all of that in the future. This is a very great way for you if you don't want to think too much. No images, these are wireframes. So you see the background, you can replace it with an image. And if you didn't know, you can click on them and then you can view them and then you can download them as a zip file and then you can upload it to your library. If you didn't know, yes, there's an import-export feature in Brizy. And this one is for Brizy Cloud. Great bananas, enough of that. Please follow the links in the description below. And let's look at the Brizy starter templates or starter sites. And you may know for some time that we have layouts within Brizy. Now, what is the difference between those layouts and what is the difference between the starter sites? The difference is, Bobby and Kelly, that one is going to import the entire site for you with menus, set it all up for you. You don't need to create any pages. You don't need to load it in. You don't need to set the global styling. Everything is done for you with a few clicks. And you can also go and check brizy.io for the blog article on this. Otherwise, I'm going to show you how to do that. If you still want to use the layout fashion, you have to create each page by itself. You have to bring in the layout, make sure you got the global styling right, and then you still have to go and create the menu. This all in one go. Currently, this is only for WordPress. It's coming in the future for cloud. And if you read it very carefully, it says in the future, it doesn't say when. I saw on the Facebook forum, everyone is saying when. Read a little bit. Let's close out here. The first site I chose here to import, things went wrong. And it took me a while to figure out what's going on. I've done 5 sites to finally get to the point where I can confidently tell you how to do this 100% correctly. And I'll tell you this from the beginning. If you have updated to the latest Brizy, you will see that here in the navigation sidebar menu, Brizy Starter Templates. And this is where we want to go. As you know, we've got Pro and we've got Free, and this is where the snag is going to come in. Some of these free dudes here have been created with Pro elements. Yeah, it's not really 100% free. They are there, they are included. For example, if you go and look at this one, Kaufman, I played earlier around with it in Brizy Cloud. This up here, this menu is a Pro feature. So first, let me tell you how to import it 100% correctly. Make sure that if you are a Brizy Pro user, that you have Brizy installed, the Brizy Pro installed, and that your license is activated. Those three. Of course, you need the free, then the Pro, and the license. If you do that, nothing can go wrong. Then you have the options here to choose between free and Pro. And I'll choose this free version because this is the one that I played with, digital work. You can click on these guys and then go for a live preview. And you'll see there's a little hamburger menu that has a slide out drawer there for us. If you like what you see, you simply click here on install and it's going to ask you whether you want to install it above your existing content or do you want a clean install. My recommendation is always go for this one just in case. And that's going to be as simple as install template. It's going to think a little bit, and depending on your network connection and how much Brizy is in the mood that day, it can take up to 5 minutes, usually less. And I can attest to the fact that it's usually less. Template successfully installed. Good news, your starter template was successfully installed. Time to build your amazing website fast and easy. Thank you. And when you click here, very anticlimax, nothing happens. Didn't give you an option to actually go and view your website. If you are uncertain, you can go to pages and you will see the pages have been installed. And of course, you can just click here and go visit your site to see how it looks on the front end. Let's see, hamburger menu works very nicely. Let's choose another page, portfolio. That guy, doesn't he make you think a little bit of Dimi? Huh? Dimi's brother. The question is, younger or older? Beautiful, prachtig, looks good. And that's all there is to it. So let me point out two little snags here. The first one that I ran into. If you are only using Brizy free, those Pro features are not going to work. That hamburger menu is not going to work. Even though it's going to import it, you're going to see it in the editor. When you go to the front, you're going to have a problem working it. After that, if you decide to install Brizy Pro, it will still not work. You will need to make sure it's activated well, refresh, clear your cache, and then it will work. But, most cases you're going to install free, you're going to install Pro, you're going to put in your license, and then you're going to be playing around with the starter templates. It will work fine. Just remember, if you are on free only, the free ones will give you a few hiccups here because the Pro elements won't be working. And unfortunately, many of those free templates aren't 100% free. They contain Pro elements. The second thing is, now that you have all your pages here, you may want to create your own pages or rename them. If you go to Appearance, where you usually will see your menus, where is my menu? This is due to the new Site Editor theme 2022 from WordPress. Because it is a site editor, the theme is not included here because it's part of the navigation blocks. If you want to go and make changes to your menu, you will need to use one of our standard editors. All you do here is you go to Themes, and then you can select any of these, or if you're using a theme like Blocksy or Neve, you can do that. Let's go here for 2021. And now you will see under Appearance, your menus are back, and you can set up your menus here as you please. And that is the starter templates. Great stuff. One-click installation, very nice. Thank you, Brizy. Round of applause. And then Brizy Cloud in the future. From me, JP here, a lovely autumn day in Stellenbosch here in South Africa. I hope you're doing well and stay safe.